So I'm standing inside of our brand new chicken coop. It's a 12 foot wide by 22 foot long. I custom designed it based on one of their smaller models, and I had a lot of upgrades that I asked for, such as the roosting bars that come down on hinges like that, so they can swing up and out of the way if I have to come in here with the machine. We have a front door, which has a screen door as well that we can position if we want to get some ventilation, along with the 5 windows around the edge. And notice one of the coolest features right here, nesting boxes. All of these nesting boxes are able to flip down for easy cleaning. They have a little roosting bar there as well, and they're accessible to the outside. And here's one of my coolest and most favorite features. From the front of the unit, you can actually come over here, lift up the box, and grab yourself some eggs. And the reason we did this is because we want to do a pick your own eggs straight from the nesting box type of roadside stand. So not only this is the chicken house, it's also going to be a little roadside stand, whatever, mainly eggs, obviously. And we're going to use this pasture space back here for all of the chickens. I mean, how cool is it going to be for a family to pull up? Now, we're going to have security over on this side of the house, and no one's allowed to the other side of the property. I know we're opening up our doors to the public when this is done, but we want to make that family experience for people. How cool would it be for people to just come on in, grab some eggs, put them in a carton? It would be fun, and they're low to the ground and easy to get. The people won't have access to these nesting boxes from the outside because that'll be behind the fence. What we can do is pull the eggs from here and fill those boxes every morning during the busy season. Oh my gosh. Is that evidence? Uh-oh. All right, and moving on. There's a big double door out back. You just pull the pin, top and bottom. And this will open up to their pasture space. Now I'm gonna take some dirt and soil and I'm gonna build this area up right here so we don't keep losing all of the loose gravel. This entire shed is set on top of loose gravel. And I opted to get the type of shed without a floor. And because I got the shed with no floor, that means I'm gonna have really good drainage. The problem with that is I now have to figure a way to get this structure off of here that they had to make for shipping. You see, when they delivered it, the trailer is only this wide right here. So they made it as wide as possible. The rest of it overhung off the sides, and it was an oversized load. Now the problem is I'm left with this gap along the bottom, and I need to set this entire shed down onto some sort of foundation. And I don't want to go with concrete. I'm not going to pour anything like that. I've opted for the simple and effective cinder blocks because these type of sheds are so heavy they can rest right on top of something like that. Also notice we have a little chicken door over there, and I have a ramp. My plan is going to be to lay these 4-inch blocks as supports around the outside. Now I'm not going to line it butt jointed end to end, because after I'm done with this, I'm gonna fill the other side with some sand or other type of media for drainage and cleaning. And on this side, I'll probably add a little bit more gravel just to fill it up to that edge. Once I've used a string line and positioned these all at the right height and level, I'll be able to jack it up with that 3-ton jack in different spots, and then remove these posts and lower it directly onto the blocks instead. One big consideration I wanted during the process of this was to make sure that you could roll a wheelchair right into there. One thing about my driveway is it is on a slope. So that's level, the deck, and the driveway slopes. So over here, we're about 2 inches higher on the deck than we are the macadam. And over there, we're about 5 inches higher than we are on the macadam. So what I'm going to do is take those 4-inch blocks, place them underneath. We should drop down to about level right here. That was all in the design, or I just got lucky. And then over there, instead of a 5-inch gap, we'll have a 3-inch gap. And then I'm going to find some way to fill this area with blacktop so you can roll right into and onto the deck. Now, I really did want the driver who delivered this thing to drop this unit closer to the macadam, but this is where he was able to set it based on his trailer and the way that he dropped it in place. He couldn't get any closer than this. Coop comes with this very cute cupola, and I also have a wind vane in that box that I need to install. It's got screw-on metal roofing and what they call smart siding, which I think is an upgrade or a step up from T111. Manufacturer is Black Bear Sheds, so you can head on over there if you're interested. A unit like this delivered is just shy of $8,000. We saved up for it, and this is something we really wanted to get the chickens out of the barn. We wanted the chickens out of the barn over there. And we're gonna move them over here because I'm tired of the chickens pooping everywhere. All right, so with no further ado, I'm gonna start offloading these cinder blocks, putting them in place, get my string line set in place, and see if we can get this thing dropped down in the next couple hours. All right, now that I got all of my cinder blocks positioned approximately where I want them, I can move forward, but I found a few interesting things. So I have no idea how the turkey eggs are ending up over here. We have a turkey egg that's been eaten by something, and then you come over here, another one. The birds haven't moved yet. The birds aren't over here at all. They don't ever make it this far, even when they wander. So that's funny thing number one. Number two, check this out. I found myself a big, fat bumblebee. I think that's what you call that. I'm gonna see if he wants to go outside. Buddy, do you want to go outside? Would you like to go? Are you alive still? I think you're alive. They don't bite, do they? Oh, I think he's a goner. I don't think he's with us anymore. He was big and beautiful, though. Fly, buddy. So my plan was to use a string line and attach it here and go all the way to the end, but I don't need to because I already have a built-in string line. Ultimately, what I'm trying to do is I have 4-inch blocks. They measure 4 inches this way, actually a little bit less. All I have to do is position it under there, move the loose 2B gravel out of the way until I have a 2-inch gap on top, like that. And I'll do that all the way around, and I'll just use the frame as my string line. Okay, so I'm going to just come in here and shake it around to move the gravel until I have a 2-inch space. And I'll measure. Now technically we want 1 3/4. We're almost there. Ta-da! So now I have to decide a couple of things. Do I want the block sticking out like that? Does it matter? Because I'm going to be filling this in with stone. Or do I tuck it underneath the deck But if I tuck it in under that area, remember we have no floor, it'll be exposed. And then I might hit it with the dingo. So I think it's probably gonna be the smartest idea to leave them overhang this way, knowing that I'm going to be filling this in with a little bit of gravel to level it all out. So let's continue down the way. I know that looked pretty easy on hyperlapse, but I'm here to tell you it wasn't. I'm sweating buckets. So now that all the cinder blocks are in place, I'm ready to jack the unit up in the air and remove the boards from underneath. They're all screwed in place. They're screwed in place with Spax screws. Maybe I can save them. They're expensive. Those screws are like $3 a piece. So we gotta jack it up and take it out and call it a day. I guess my first step is I'm gonna try and put the jack underneath and see what happens. Okay, so I've got this 3-ton floor jack. 3 tons equals how many pounds? 6,000 pounds. So I think I'm gonna be all right. Come on! Duh. What? Okay, the moment of truth. Okay. That's off the ground. And that looks like it's off the ground. I'm gonna start by unscrewing this. That's off the ground completely now. And then I'm gonna go inside. The way they designed this was, instead of putting one long runner across so you wouldn't be able to get it off, they put 2. See, they joined it together right here with the screw. That's like a $6 screw right there. Any more? I don't think so. Oh, right here. Now, if I was smart, I would have jacked it in the middle, but I have a block there already set in place. Plus the macadam's in the way of the whole jack system, so we had to do it like this. All right, this should free up if I'm smart. I feel like it's still connected. It's not moving. Oh, it is still connected. Now it should free up. Wait, still connected? Come on. Okay, now I know how they screwed them together. Of course, when this gets lowered down now, meow, meow, listen here, meow. Come on. I can't lower it till I get that one off. I wonder if I can, no, I gotta move the jack over here. I'm gonna lower it. Now, let's keep in mind, it may not touch completely because we still have some supports over there. So this will not be its final. See, it just bounces. That's fine. When we jack the other side up, it'll come out. The whole thing is it's just rocking now. You hear that? The weight of the shed is pushing that down. That's what's gonna happen. Even if I'm a 1/4 of an inch, well, 1/8 of an inch off on these blocks, the weight of the shed is gonna sink them in so they're perfect. All right. Okay, should be the same exact thing on the opposite side. Right here. Okay, now technically the whole front of the shed will settle down and all I have to do is work on the back side. So let's drop it in place and see what she looks like. I want to drop it fast. Okay. I can't work from the back side on the outside because the jack's too long. I have to bring it inside. Okay, so if I don't jack from the middle, let me think here. That was just for dramatic effect. I know what to do. I'm just going to jack it next to that block and close to center. And I think I should be able to get pressure off of both beams so I can release them. I think so. Once I jack that up, these are going to be in the air up here. I'll actually need to unscrew these, that one and that one, because I need to remove this entire beam. I can't remove this beam with that beam in the way. So, yeah. Let's just get to jacking. Sometimes it's better just to move forward with the project, not knowing 100% what you're doing, because at least then you're getting something done. You know what I mean? At least then you're getting something done. And then you figure it out as you go. Now the hopes is when I jack this up, both sides come off the ground. My hope is correct. It did work. The whole thing is creaking and shaking. I'm just going to disassemble all of this stuff first. Okay, the final two connections will come undone now, and we can then lower it on down onto its final resting place. Okay. Hercules, Hercules. Oh, yay. That's awesome. Wah, 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 wah. Yay! All right, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is going to be dropped down nice and slowly onto its base. All I have to do is twist this handle and watch her come down. 3, 2, 1. Holy crap. The house moved around me. That is freaking awesome. Uh-oh. Now the jack is stuck. Oh. Ugh. All right, let's see how stable it is. Well, let's go check out my elevation over here. Now keep in mind, as we use it, as it rains, and after I put more gravel in there, everything will really just lock into place over time. It looks great. Are these tight? No, that one's not tight. But it will be. It will be, I promise you. That's the way these things work. That one's tight. As that one starts getting more pressure on it, when it rains, it'll put more pressure on that one. So over time, these will all just sit right and not be a problem. See, and that one might be a little bit off because this one's taking most of the weight-ish. Is it level? Here's how I can tell if it's level. You know the fence guys are level when they put stuff up, right? Here's my shed. There's their fence. I am pretty close. Pretty close to being level. Again, I never even used a single level to do this. I used the dingo and my trained eye to smooth all the stone and a tape measure and my brains. So there it is, guys. Down on its foundation. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do next. Call for stone and dirt to finish it out on the backside and fill it in, or kind of get started on the fencing. This way we can get the chickens moved over sooner than later. I don't know. All I know is that I very much appreciate you guys stopping by to check me out on Steinmetz Family Farm. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's free. Turn on the notifications. It's a little bell. And share this with your friends. All right? Take care, guys. Till the next one.
Join the show just after 7. Watch us in our animal heaven. Wake up with goats and chicks. Come feed the cows all their grain mix. Join the show just after 7. Take a head count, 9, 10, 11. With the crew, come take a pic. Just watch for the cows 'cause they might kick.